Sarah was a young woman with a heart full of love, but an unlucky past when it came to finding a soulmate. She had been through a string of short-lived relationships, each one ending in heartbreak and disappointment. After a while, Sarah had begun to wonder if love was just a fairy tale. But one day, Sarah met Mark. It was like something out of a movie. They met by chance at a coffee shop, and there was an instant spark between them. Sarah felt like she had known Mark her entire life, even though they had just met. Over the next few weeks, Sarah and Mark began to spend more time together. They went on long walks, shared deep conversations, and discovered that they had a lot in common. Mark was kind, thoughtful, and had a great sense of humor. Sarah felt like she had finally found someone who understood her. As their relationship grew, Sarah felt like she was walking on air. She couldn't believe how lucky she was to have found someone like Mark. They shared a passion for music and art and spent hours exploring new exhibits and attending concerts together. Sarah felt like she had finally found her soulmate. But one day, Mark got a job offer in another city. Sarah was devastated. She didn't want to lose the man she loved, but she also didn't want to hold him back from pursuing his dreams. As they talked about what to do, Sarah felt like her heart was breaking. In the end, Mark decided to take the job and move away. Sarah was heartbroken, but she knew that she had to let him go. As she watched him leave, she wondered if their love was strong enough to survive the distance. Would they be able to make it work, even if they were hundreds of miles apart? Only time would tell. After Mark moved away, Sarah felt like a piece of her heart was missing. She missed him terribly, and it seemed like every song on the radio and every place they had gone together reminded her of him. But even though they were far apart, Sarah and Mark stayed in touch. They talked on the phone every day, sent each other care packages in the mail, and even planned visits to see each other. During their visits, Sarah and Mark made the most of their time together. They explored new cities, tried new restaurants, and cuddled up together watching movies. Even though they were apart for most of the time, when they were together, it felt like nothing had changed. As time went on, Sarah and Mark's love for each other grew stronger. They realized that distance couldn't dim the flame of their love, and that they were meant to be together no matter what. Eventually, Mark got another job offer, this time in the same city as Sarah. She was overjoyed and couldn't believe that they would finally be together for good. When Mark arrived, he proposed to Sarah in a beautiful park. She said yes, tears streaming down her face. Finally, after so many years of heartbreak and disappointment, Sarah had found the love of her life. Now, Sarah and Mark are happily married and still deeply in love. They know that their journey wasn't easy, but that every obstacle they faced only made their love stronger. They inspire others with their story, showing that even when love seems impossible, it can still find a way. Sarah and Mark's long-distance relationship wasn't easy. It required a lot of patience, trust, and hard work. They had to learn to communicate in new ways, navigate different time zones, and deal with the loneliness that came with being apart. But through it all, they never lost sight of their love for each other. They talked about their future together and made plans for the day when they could finally be together for good. One of the things that helped Sarah and Mark stay connected was their shared interests. They both loved music and would often send each other songs that reminded them of their relationship. They also both loved to travel and made a list of all the places they wanted to visit together. Another thing that helped was their willingness to be vulnerable with each other. They would share their hopes, fears, and dreams, even when it was hard. They learned to trust each other completely and knew that they could count on each other no matter what. As their relationship progressed, Sarah and Mark realized that they had something special. They knew that they wanted to spend the rest of their lives together and started talking seriously about marriage. Of course, getting married when you're in a long-distance relationship isn't easy. There are a lot of logistical challenges, and it can be hard to plan a wedding when you're not even in the same city. But Sarah and Mark were determined. They worked together to plan their wedding, using video calls and emails to make decisions and share ideas. They even created a shared Pinterest board where they could collect inspiration for their big day. In the end, their wedding was everything they had hoped for and more. It was a celebration of their love and a testament to the fact that distance couldn't keep them apart.
After their wedding, Sarah and Mark finally got to be together in the same city. They started their new life together with a deep appreciation for each other and the struggles they had overcome. Their love had grown stronger through the challenges they faced, and they knew that they were meant to be together. Sarah and Mark continued to share their love for music and travel. They went on trips to the places they had dreamed of visiting together, and made new memories along the way. They also continued to be each other's support system. When one of them was struggling, the other was always there to offer a listening ear or a shoulder to lean on. As their relationship grew, they talked about starting a family. They knew that they wanted children and started exploring their options. Eventually, they decided to try for a baby through IVF. It was a long and difficult process, but they never gave up hope. They supported each other through the ups and downs, and finally their dream came true. Sarah gave birth to a beautiful baby girl, and their family was complete. They knew that they had been through so much together, but it was all worth it to have this precious little life in their arms. Looking back on their journey, Sarah and Mark were grateful for the challenges they had faced. It had made their love stronger, and had taught them the value of perseverance and trust. Their love story was a reminder that distance, challenges, and even infertility couldn't stand in the way of true love. It was a story of hope, perseverance, and the power of love to conquer all. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the new series of videos like this, where we share short stories. Keep in mind there is also new series coming on the way. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date. See you in future videos.